Hey guys, your eyes are not failing you. We are actually here to review a 1998 Honda Goldwing 1500 SC. But enough of the chit chat, let's get on it. You guys might be wondering, what are you doing with a couch on wheels? Well, I had the chance to take it out for a spin. This is a friend of mine's. He's taking his motorcycle safety course. So I decided to do a review on it. Today was my first time riding a Goldwing, and what a surprise. What a pleasant surprise. First of all, let's go over what we have here. We have a 1500cc motorcycle. I have to confess, I had cars with a smaller engine than this. Honda claim it's 100 horsepower and about 110 foot-pound of torque. You have a 5-speed gearbox and a shaft drive to transfer the power from this gigantic engine down to the back wheel. In theory, the Goldwing should get up to 115 miles an hour. I did not get to 115 miles an hour, and you are carrying about 850 pounds worth of motorcycle. As a matter of fact, this motorcycle actually has a reverse. Turn on the bike, which by the way is super quiet. Then pull the lever, obviously stay in neutral, and push the start button. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but better than pushing 800 pounds uphill. So what the bike does is reverses the starter motor, and it's actually the starter motor that is pushing the bike back, which is quite ingenious. This might actually be the most comfortable motorcycle I've sat on. And as you guys can see, I'm on a center stand. The seat is super plush. The part in the back over here holds you pretty good as you're riding. The handlebar, or this gigantic V-shaped thing they call handlebars, it's in a natural position. The whole seating and riding position is very natural, very comfortable, and there is this gigantic windscreen up front which stops pretty much everything. Surprisingly enough, this bike is very much a pleasure to ride. I rode it for a while, I rode it on the freeway. I rode it on the twisties. And even today, which is a so-so day, which is not that warm, between the windshield and the whole bike covering my body, I didn't feel anything. Actually, I had to turn on the vent up front to get some cold air on me. The suspensions are very good. Mind you, this is still a 1998 motorcycle. It behaved incredibly well. So much so, I got so confident that at a certain point, I found myself scraping the pegs, which right there was quite unsettling, especially when you're riding this gargantuous motorcycle. A matter of nurture over holy touching the pegs. Holy bananas, this bike leans. Oh. The engine is powerful enough. You never find yourself wanting more power, even if we all know it, more power, more better. And the fact that this bike only has 5 gears is not really a problem, because the 5th gear is so long that I never felt like wanting to engage 6th. One thing I constantly felt throughout the whole time I was riding the bike was the need of putting a seatbelt on. Not because the bike was backing or anything, but because it's so comfortable and you're so protected that I felt like I was on a car, and every time I would go past a cop, I would be like, I don't have a seatbelt on. then realize, oh yeah, this is a motorcycle and you do not need a seatbelt. The 1998 Goldwing has more switches than some of the helicopters I actually flew. You have switches for everything. You have radio, this is actually a cassette tape somehow. You have a CB radio on that side, obviously cruise control, because this one is the ultimate touring machine. If you want to tour and you want to go Los Angeles to New York, coast to coast, north to south, however you want to do it, this is probably the best bike to do it. It's fast, it's comfortable, and I feel like you can really spend hours upon hours just sitting and riding. There is so much storage space everywhere between the bags, the top box, little cubbies all over the bike. As a matter of fact, all my film gear, my jacket, my gloves, and everything knick-knack I brought with me today to shoot this video is inside those bags, other than the helmet over there. But if I really want it, I could have put the helmet over there, a second helmet over there with a cargo net, and forget about it. When you're moving on a parking lot where you're going at slow speed, it might feel a little clumsy, but as soon as you get up to speed, it becomes way more nimble than I thought. I've heard people referring to this bike as a sport touring. I wouldn't say it's a sport touring. I would say this is a pure touring machine. Let's face it, he'll do it. It's a Honda, has the power, has the suspensions, has the balance once you get it moving. But the pegs are pretty far down low. The acceleration, it is what it is. It is not a fast bike in the traditional way. You should be able to get 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds, which is a great time. I mean, you'll beat most car out there, but it will not compete with any proper sport touring. But there is also the fact that it's really hard to get a couch to move that fast. In conclusion, I'm really pleasantly impressed by this bike. I really enjoyed myself riding it around on the twisty, even on the freeway. And one thing I can say, even if this is not the kind of bike I would buy for myself, if you're looking for something comfortable to commute, something comfortable to tour with, and you can deal with the 800 pounds, I think this is actually a great buy, especially because you can find one of those 1998s at great prices. But the day is not over. My friend just found out that his class is gonna be another 3-4 hours. I'm gonna go ride it some more. So if you like the video, like, if you love the video, subscribe. Thank you very much to my patrons for the support. Incredible support that is making all of this possible. And as always, ride safe, and I'll see you next time. All right. 1998 Goldwing 1500 F